Hello, everyone.
Hi, Karina.
Hi. Hi, I'm Karina, if I haven't met you yet. Yes, I'm Karina. I'm a playwright and an actor and a wife and a mother. Even after a mother gives birth, cells from her baby remain in her body. It's called feto-maternal microchimerism. Big word. Yes, chimerism, as in the lion, goat, snake monster from Greek mythology. So cells from the baby pass through the placenta into the mother's bloodstream, and they're still able to be detected decades after she gives birth. She keeps part of him with her. She carries his cells as a reminder, as an imprint of their connection. When I gave birth to my first son, Brendan, I couldn't think about anything else. I was immersed in taking care of this little human being, this new person, this helpless creature, my beloved son. He needed constant care and attention. Keeping him fed and clean and happy it was just my entire life. It was all encompassing. I was giving everything of myself. The physical and emotional work was very difficult. And I was so sleep deprived that I could barely hold a conversation. But before giving birth, I couldn't have imagined what it was like to deliver and nurture a baby. If you had told me about that time, that newborn time, before, I wouldn't have been able to even conceive of it. But after having a baby, my very fabric had changed. I was a different person, a chimera. Can a woman forget her sucking child, that she should have no compassion on the son of her womb? Even these may forget, yet I will not forget you. Behold, I have graven you on the palms of my hands. That's Isaiah 49. So I was completely overwhelmed, but I was surviving, a new person. I couldn't have even imagined working on any creative projects in this time. I didn't have a designated workspace or even a desk. I didn't have any uninterrupted writing time. In fact, I was constantly being interrupted. But I wrote in the middle of the night and early in the morning, a little at a time. I was holding a sleeping or nursing or burping infant in one hand and haphazardly striking at the keyboard with the other. And in those first 3 weeks, I beat out a little 10-minute play. Tiny, insignificant, but totally new. My beloved newborn play. I don't need to tell you that my two sons are my favorite works of art. They're my favorite works of art. Their creation is one that I only had a part in making. They were knitted together fearfully and wonderfully in my womb by God. But I carried them and delivered them and nourished them, and I continued to nourish them with my own body. So in that act of co-creation, I was also made. My very substance was changed by the work of my body. They are graven on the palms of my hands. Similarly, that little tiny insignificant play that I wrote in the wee hours while bouncing a baby on my shoulder, that creation is graven into the palms of my hands. That absolute grace, that miracle play. Writing a play in a time when I wasn't sleeping more than literally like 2-hour stretches at a time. The days were all blurred together. It was like a haze. And I have forgotten a lot about those first few days. I couldn't tell you much about it, but I remember that. Because the Holy Spirit allowed me to create in a space that I thought was impossible. I think that God wanted to reveal to me how I'm connected to him in both my vocation as a mother and as an artist. In both as co-creator with him. We are engraved in his palms, and everything we co-create with him is engraved on our palms. So he wants this familiarity, this divine intimacy, this connection with us. He wants us to be like him, to be perfect like him. He wants us to identify with him so much that he literally became us. He deigned to be like us. And he continues to crave this connection with us, so much that he comes to us completely and wholly in the Eucharist. Being a mother and being an artist have both given me a glimpse, a tiny, tiny fraction of a slice of an idea of God's immense and unbelievable love for his creation, for us. Because I love my children more than I ever imagined that I could, because they are a part of me and I am a part of them. And because of the writing of that impossible play, that miracle, which was monumental in my understanding of my vocation as an artist, as a vessel of co-creation. So I am a mother and I am an artist, which is to say I am a co-creator of life and I am a co-creator of art. These are etched into my hands so profoundly, and I am so grateful for these vocations because they give me this understanding of God's love for me, his tiny, insignificant creation, his beloved newborn daughter. We are imprinted in God's heart in such a deep and beautiful way. We are a part of him, and he loves us infinitely more than I love my sons, or infinitely more than I love any of the work I've ever done. He created us, and he wants us to be like him, and so he wants us to create like him, to create with him. He loves us so much that he continues to create us. He creates us every time he enters our body in the Blessed Sacrament. He chimerizes us. And in those moments, it becomes especially clear that it's not me doing the thing, but him doing the thing through me. He changes us, and he wants to be with us the way that we are with him forever, graven on the palms of his hands. Thank you.